Welcome back for another video, guys, and today we're going to be going over 5 mistakes that every duck hunter makes. Last year in August, I posted a video called 5 mistakes that new duck hunters make, and that video did extremely well, way better than I thought it would, and I look at it now going like, how did that get over 100,000 views? But it did. You guys seem to like it, and you guys seem to like these top 5 and top 10 style videos, so I'm going to keep doing those. So today we're going to be going over 5 mistakes that I have identified that I have done and other people have done, and I'm going to let you guys know about it in this video so then you guys can keep it in mind when you go out duck hunting, or if you're new to duck hunting, you can know to not do this. But before we get any farther into this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. You guys have been hammering that lately, and I really do appreciate it. Make sure to ring that bell because with hunting season coming up, I'm going to be posting the videos that you guys really do enjoy watching. And with YouTube being the way it is, sometimes my videos get suppressed underneath some other people's videos, and so you'll get a notification if you ring that bell whenever I post a video. You guys have also really been doing a great job of smashing that like button, and I really appreciate that. We didn't hit 2,000 likes on the last video. We hit like 1,300. So I'm hoping today is the day where we can hit 2,000 likes on a video. I'm going to just keep setting that goal until we hit it, and then I don't know what we'll do after that. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. It means a lot. Take 3 seconds, literally scroll down, hit that thumbs up button, and just make me happy, and let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes. So like I said, all of these things I'm going to be covering in the videos today are things that I am guilty of doing, and I'm sure all of you guys watching this video are at least guilty of doing one of these things. And if I miss anything in this video, be sure to leave it in the comments, and it might make it into another mistakes video if I choose to make that as well. So yeah, just some ideas here. The first mistake I want to talk about is pulling up to shoot too early. Yes, I am guilty of this. Oftentimes it happens when I'm like used to laying in a layout blind and I switch over to an A-frame, or I'm hunting on like a made blind on public land or whatever. So those differences in depth perception in the blind have a really big factor in pulling up too early to shoot. And sometimes it happens to where like you're just too excited, you don't give the birds enough time. We've all been there. So bear in mind, whenever you're out duck hunting, whether you're a seasoned veteran, you're just getting into it, or you've never duck hunted a day in your life, make sure to give those birds some time to come in. It's very exciting. I know, it's what we all live for, seeing ducks cupping into the spread. I oftentimes tell myself to wait an extra 2 to 3 seconds past when I'm thinking it's a good time to shoot, unless the birds are backpedaling out of the spread. But most of the time, if you can never wait too long. The closer they are to the water, the better, the more shooting opportunities you and your guys will have, and the more ducks you guys will actually hit because they are in a closer distance. So keep in mind, don't pull up too early to shoot. Give those birds enough time to come in. It's very difficult to know when exactly to pull up when you're first starting. I know come teal season and dove season, I'm going to be struggling with that a little bit. I'm going to have to get back into the swing of things. It's definitely something that you learn along the way. You need to learn how long it takes you to pull up, get the gun to your shoulder, be on the bird, and shoot. Number 2 is something that I have been very guilty of in the past, and that is bad concealment. It's inevitable that there's going to be times where your hide is horrible. And so you try to do your best, but your concealment just, it's not that great. So when you're in the field hunting, make sure that you get hidden, you conceal yourself up a lot, wear a camo hat, wear a camo face mask if that's kind of your thing. Make sure you're wearing all camo clothing or something that kind of blends into your surroundings, and brush your blinds in. I know with my kayak, it can be difficult because I've got my kayak blind grassed up, and sometimes I find myself sitting in a bunch of like red smartweed, and I'm like, this is not camoing me up at all. I just look like a blob of grass. But try to match your surroundings, be camoed in. Ducks and geese have really good eyesight, so they'll be able to pick you out real easily. But I think the biggest thing, other than like concealment, is your movement in the blind. So you could have mediocre concealment, but if you're still and you don't move, you stand a pretty good chance of fooling those birds pretty well. So do your best to camo off those blinds. I know sometimes it can be difficult, but try to plan ahead. I think that's the best thing that you can do, is just plan ahead for your hunts. So sometimes I'd go out scout, get grass for my blinds, grass the blinds the day before, so then we're really hidden the next day. Number 3, this was difficult last year because we did get a lot of fall rains, and that is hunting too deep of water. And so what happens is, like, you hunt spots over and over throughout the years, and you know, yeah, okay, this is waist deep out here, but sometimes the bottom of whatever water you're hunting can move around, it can get deeper, or you're gonna get rains that come in and it floods. And something that I've noticed is difficult is when you're hunting too deep of water, one, your decoy lines make a difference. If your decoy lines are too short, your decoys could end up floating around and going away, and then you gotta go chase them. That's just a pain in the butt throughout the hunt. You also run the risk of not being able to retrieve the birds that you shoot if you don't have a dog or you don't have a boat. So bear that in mind. Don't hunt too deep of water to where you can't retrieve your birds. Yes, you can set your decoys and pick them up, but what are you gonna do when you shoot a bird and it glides and goes out there and it's really deep? So keep that in mind. That's a really important thing to really think about when you set up in a spot to hunt. And it's also a safety thing as well. So if you're a weighed-in hunter, you don't have a boat, you don't have a dog, I've been there where I've been in that situation where you're pulling your waders up so you don't get water in them trying to get this duck. So you know, you don't want to get water pouring in your waders, and you don't want to drown, and you know, it's a big safety thing. So keep in mind how deep the water is that you're hunting. Number 4, now this happens to everybody at some point. We all have a field or a pond or somewhere, not really a pond, this probably wouldn't work in a pond. We've all set up in a spot where the birds have been just pouring in and you want to hunt it so bad. But the only day you can hunt it is a day with bad wind. Don't set up with bad wind. You can make it work. I've done it because there's literally no other options. Like if you're in a permanent blind, sometimes you just have to deal with the wind in your face, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Or like the wind direction changes halfway through your hunt, and that can really affect your hunt, and that's a big mistake. So for all of you newbies out there, keep in mind that ducks always land going into the wind. So if you have a north wind, you want to set up facing south, so then the birds will cup in and come right into your spread right in front of you. So you can also hunt a crosswind, but really don't ever really try to hunt with the wind in your face unless it is the last option that you have available, which that happened a few times last year. It will happen to you. You just gotta learn how to deal with it and make the best of the hunt that you can have. Number 5, this one is huge, okay? Whether you're a public land hunter or you hunt on private land or you do a little bit of both. Number 5 is showing up late. We've been there. We've all been there. You're waiting on your buddy who slept in. You slept in. Your coffee pot didn't go off as a set timer, so you had to wait around a little longer to get your coffee because you got to get that before you get moving in the morning. But showing up late is a really big one. It really is crucial on public land because, you know, you want to be the first person to your spot, but you also have to keep in mind that if you show up 30 minutes before shooting light, everybody else is probably set up and ready to go and just waiting, and you're coming cruising through the marsh trying to get set up real quick, and you could negatively impact other people's mornings. Not necessarily their hunts, but that you could just make them mad and be like, they'll be calling you an idiot for showing up late, but it happens. So do your best to not show up late, because then one, it benefits you because you have enough time to really brush in your blinds, set your decoys how you want them, and get settled in by the time the birds start waking up. And then it also gives you time to just sit back and relax before the birds show up. Keep in mind how long it takes you to get to your spot. Keep in mind how long it takes to go from the parking lot to the spot that you're hunting. And also keep in mind how long it'll take you to either build a blind or brush in your blinds. And just really think to be ready 20 minutes to 30 minutes before shooting light. So once again, the 5 mistakes that I covered in this video for duck hunters is pulling up too soon to shoot birds, bad concealment, hunting too deep of water, bad wind direction, and showing up late. Avoid these things and your hunts will go a lot smoother, and just try to make the best of it. There's no perfect hunting scenario ever, really. As long as you avoid these mistakes, you should be good in the field this season. If you guys are interested in picking up one of these shirts, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Go check it out. And you can also pick up one of these hats or any of my other hats by clicking the link in the description as well. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes on this video. I would really appreciate that, and it would just make my day, really. You guys can follow me on my social media. I've got a Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. But that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you on the next one.